One mistake may be eroding your confidence, and you may not even be aware that it is taking place. Hello, my name is Nancy Michele. I am the founder of the Confident Feminine Woman, and I am a certified rapid transformational therapy practitioner. And I'm here to chat with you about something that may be happening in your experience, especially if you are a high-performing woman, that may be subliminally impacting your confidence and you don't even recognize that it is happening. So I want to ask you, how often have you purchased a course or a self-help book with the intent that it is going to help you achieve your goal, that you are going to build a new habit and change the way you behave, only to ... read it partly and think, I've got this, I don't need to do any more. Or maybe, I'll just watch the first couple of videos, I figured it out, I'm just going to move on and carry on. Or you do a couple of the activities and really write them out, pay attention, and then life gets too busy and you don't do the rest. And you end up with this pile of incompletes. Well, I'm going to share with you my example. Mine starts with Jack Canfield's success principles. And it's interesting because as I reread this book and start to go through it, it talks about this concept of completing your incompletes. And so for me, I read this book, and as I started to do the program and the training to become a certified trainer, what did I do? I was like, oh, that's really fascinating. I'm going to learn a bit more about EFT tapping. And so I went and got certified in it. Oh, that's fascinating. I want to learn more about coaching. So then I went and studied coaching. And then along the way, I studied meditation and hypnosis and RTT. And now, 5 years later, yes, 5 years later, I am going back to Jack Canfield's work, which kicked off this process for me of becoming better, becoming more confident, becoming more capable, and developing all of my skills and actually completing the work in this book. And this is probably one of the most valuable lessons, which is complete your incompletes. Now, I want you to currently think about the books that you've chosen, where you are in your life. And I want you to take a deep breath in. And if it is safe to do so you're not driving a car or operating or maybe cooking, close your eyes for a minute. And I want you to picture yourself, without changing your habits, where you will be in the next 6 months. And now I want you to picture yourself a year from now, or even 5 years from now. And just think about this. Where are you? And are you satisfied with your life, or are you still frustrated that you haven't achieved the milestones, these goals, these intentions that you may set for yourself? As we choose not to complete these activities and leave them piling up, it starts to eat away and erode at our confidence and decreasing our ability to think, sure, I can do this. And one of the mistakes that we make is that we get this massive laundry list of these different activities, of these different courses, of these different books that we've never really implemented. And why does this partially happen? Because at some point, somebody said to you, thought leaders will read 100 books a year, or they'll read a book a week, or whatever idea they gave. But the reality is, if you want to boost your confidence, if you want to stop feeling like you are failing at every little thing that you do, or you're not making the progress that you know you could make, the reality is you are interested in what you're looking at, but you're not committed to playing full out. And so what I want to challenge you to do is I want you to do what I'm doing. And I am going back through, in my case, Jack Canfield's book, The Success Principles, And I'm starting to play full out. I'm starting to complete the incompletes, any of the courses, any of the books that I've read, that I've got a beautiful stack of, that I've never kind of implemented the activities fully into my life, and starting to do that. And how do you do that? How do you take this long list, as some of you may have, and whittle it down and work your way through it? So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you just to create yourself a list. So get yourself like an Excel spreadsheet, get yourself a pad of paper, whatever it is, and just make yourself a list of all of the different things that were important for you to do and move through. And I want you to first take a look at that list, and I want you to scratch out the things that you're like, you know what, those were interesting, but I am never going to do it. And I want you to just like scratch it off the list and say to yourself out loud, I have no desire to finish learning how to basket weave or to learn how to play a musical instrument. Whatever that thing was on your list, let's just scratch it out and let's get it off the list and commit that you have no desire to do it. The next thing then I want you to do is choose one item on that list. And I want you to take one item and not the others. Just choose one item. And I want you to take a look and think, what is the benefit and outcome of this item? This item that's I'm really most interested in doing, in completing. And I want you to think about that for a few minutes. I want you to take a deep breath in right now. And again, if you're in a safe place and you can close your eyes, you're not driving or anything, close your eyes down. And I want you to think about that activity. What is that one activity that you've not completed that you will really gain some benefit from? And I don't want you just to picture what it would be like at the end. I want you to picture what it is like as you are living the practice, the habit, the behavior of that person if you completed that activity. I want you to just think about it. What does it look like? And when you think about it, I don't want you to think about, okay, I may be somebody who's weighing 30 pounds less than what it is. I want you to say, I'm somebody who weighs like 150 pounds or 140 pounds or whatever that weight is for you. I want you to picture yourself as somebody at 140 pounds. I want you to picture yourself in the clothing that you would be wearing. And regardless of what activity you choose, picture yourself as your body, as the clothing. I want you to picture yourself as the people that you're connecting with. What comments and feedback are they giving to you in this moment? What thoughts are they sharing with you? How are they celebrating, praising you, or commenting on this new behavior and this new action? I want you to think about how you feel with all of those comments. How do you feel doing that habit, being and living and breathing in that philosophy? Because our mind works with this really great thing called imagination. And our brain uses more imagination than knowledge. So as you work through this process, as you work through this goal that you want to achieve, you really want to take a few minutes every day. Just take a couple minutes and visualize yourself successfully being the person that you will become once you do this activity. And you will find that that visualization will help keep you motivated and help you achieve the results that you want. The next thing that I want you to do is I want you to plan and schedule 30 minutes a day. So you don't need to work on this for hours and hours. I just want you to work on it for 30 minutes a day. You will be surprised that when you take 30 minutes and you multiply it by 30 days, right? We're looking at 900 minutes. A lot of our goals, a lot of the books, the courses, the things that we need to do that will help us move forward is really about consistency in approach. And so it is better to take one course, one book, and say, okay, I'm going to do it over the next 30, 60, 90. It may only take you 10 days, depending on what you can achieve in that 30 minutes. But in that 30 minutes, I want you to play full out. I want you to commit so that you show up and play full out and be everything in that 30 minutes. And by the end of the month or by the end of the 2 months, depending on how long this book is, this course is that you've completed, as you do the activities, as you repeat through those activities, you will start to gain confidence. You will start to gain more ability. And one of the cool things about the mind and some of the rules of the mind is as you start to gain one level of skill, it's easier for you to gain the next level of skill. So think about it like climbing steps or like lifting weights or something to that effect. The first time you do it, it's hard to do. But by the end of 30 days, repeating that action, getting into the habit, getting into the behavior, you will find it easier and easier and easier to do. The final thing that I want you to do when you have chosen this course, this program, this goal related to completing this activity is connect yourself with an accountability partner. So accountability partners can be your friend, they can be a family worker, they can be a co-worker, they can be somebody who's just in a Facebook group that you have met. But they're essentially, a good accountability partner is like your boss. They are somebody who truly holds you to the agreement that you made. And you report into them how you are doing, and they challenge you as you don't meet. And so think about your accountability partner, just not as a nice friend. It's like, okay, I'm going to share it with them, as somebody who's going to be your boss. And if you can't find yourself an accountability partner, if you are struggling to achieve the thing that you want to achieve, then go out and hire yourself a coach. And now you could, if you want, choose to book a free coaching session with me so you can experience what it's like to have a coach hold you accountable and set you forward. Or you can find a coach that is related to the topic that you want. For example, I don't specialize in weight loss. I specialize in confidence. So therefore, if you want weight loss, then get yourself a personal trainer for the gym. Hire yourself a coach who specializes in weight loss. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, whatever it is that you want, have somebody there to support you and hold you accountable to achieving the goals so that you stay on track, so that you achieve the things that you want to have in your life. Confidence is about building a skill set, and that confidence comes in whatever area you want to do. It is not that we just generally have confidence that we can do everything. But we become more confident in ourselves, we become more relaxed and more aware of what we can do as we take things to completion. So if you have things that are sitting out there that are incomplete and they are creating messes and stress and anxiety in your life, take a look at any of those things that are partially complete and put yourself a schedule and a plan to complete them. Because as you do, you will start to build the confidence that you deserve. Again, my name is Nancy Michelle. I am so grateful that you have taken this time to be with me for this coaching moment. I encourage you to follow me on Instagram, The Confident Feminine Woman, or Nancy Michelle Coaching on Facebook, where I share these tips and ideas to help you in your life and goals to achieve the results that you want. My specialization is to help move women up the corporate ladder by boosting their confidence so that we can create more women in CEOs positions. Because when corporations have women in the leadership team and have a more diverse leadership team, they are more successful. And you deserve to be the most successful person that you can be. Cheers and have a wonderful day.